live from How We Work. Joining us today is Jasmen Davis. Jasmen is a freelance makeup artist. She works on television commercials, movies, photo shoots, and things like that. Jasmen, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So tell me what a typical day looks like in the life of a makeup artist.
Yeah, a typical day is I usually kind of spend some time looking over. I usually get like a call sheet from the production company or the company or business that I'm working with, and it sort of gives you a schedule for the day. So it kind of lets me know how many people I'm doing makeup for, you know, what type of settings we're going to be filming in, and then I prepare my makeup kit, which is my bag of all my stuff, pretty much. So I sort of kind of like prep my bag based on the day, and then I arrive on set. Usually the talent comes either at the same time that I'm there or a little bit after, and then I prep the person that's being filmed with makeup, and we kind of go from there.
Now, you said that you assemble your kit after you get the call sheet. So do you cater what kind of makeup is going into your bag based on the shoot, if it's exterior or interior shooting? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have a slightly different kit for men than I would for women. Sometimes if I'm doing a commercial, there'll be tons of extras, so I have to make sure that I have enough supplies to get all the extras through makeup. If I'm just doing one person, I might, you know, sometimes I'll get like a picture of the person. I can kind of get a feel for their skin tone and any other, you know, if they have like a lot of hair, I know I might add more stuff for hair.
So how did you get into doing makeup?
I started out in college. My major was journalism, so I always wanted to work in magazines. So that was my first job out of college. And I was a beauty and fashion editor. So a lot of times I wrote lots of articles about beauty and fashion. And whenever we would have photo shoots, I would be on set kind of working with the freelance hair and makeup people just to kind of add little things to my story, or, you know, if they were doing like a cool tip or a new trend, I would also kind of be backstage with them just trying to figure out like what different things that they were doing so I could implement that into the story. And then while I was working there, I just got a makeup license and just started doing like weddings and just like small jobs here and there. And fast forward a couple years later, I was laid off from my job doing editing full time. I was doing writing and editing, and then I just thought, okay, what's the one thing that I've always wanted to do? And it's always been makeup. So
once you've put somebody into makeup, your job isn't done with them. You've got to keep your eye on them and kind of touch up along the way. Talk a little bit about what happens there.
So at the beginning of the shoot, we're just evaluating everything like lighting, where we're shooting inside and outside, and then once the talent is in front of the camera, then I kind of make any last minute adjustments and then just watch throughout the whole time that we're filming, and I can step in and make adjustments from there.
Do people normally just call you in, say, hey, come in on Tuesday, we're having a shoot, or do you have to sit down with a director or a production crew to talk about the visual look, or maybe sit down with a production designer, things like that?
I would say on like a day-to-day basis, for the most part, there's like a couple production companies in the area that I have a relationship with, so I generally know the type of clients that they work with. So because they'll call me like anywhere from that morning to maybe like a month or two in advance and kind of give me like days that they've set that they're going to be shooting. So then I kind of work through my month and start to like hold my days that way. So someone might say, oh, like I have a 2-day shoot next week, or oh, I have a week shoot in like 2 months from now. So then I'll just sort of start to kind of bullet in my calendar for that month.
So when you're watching television or a movie or something and you see you come across some bad makeup, what happens then?
Oh, I always freak out. If anyone ever has to watch TV with me, I'm always like pointing out different things, like different really bad commercials I'll see, or sometimes like the local commercials you can tell. I watch soap operas a lot too for makeup, because they use a lot of clean makeup looks, which I also use in most video.
Define clean makeup look. What do you mean?
Like most people, you don't want them to look like they had a professional makeup artist, you know, totally transform them into something that they don't look like. You kind of want a look that makes them look presentable yet polished.
And that's the kind of makeup you prefer doing?
Well, the thing too is you also have to think about where I am. I'm based in Baltimore, DC, so a lot of, you know, there's not really a ton of advertising or movies. I mean, there's a couple shows here, but most of like the work that I can get is going to be either in like the political arena, it's going to be businesses. So it's like I also kind of have to do the kind of work that I'm going to get paid for as well, and that I'm going to be booked for. You know, I'm not going to be booked for an ad campaign in Baltimore, most likely.
Jasmen Davis, thank you so much for joining us. You can find Jasmen Davis online at jasmendavis.com. It's JASMEN Davis.com. Until next time, keep it between the white line and the pigeons.